From sundials the size of patios to smartwatches thinner than a coin, how did time shrink dramatically? What if I told you that the first watch once hung around your neck like a pomander and now rests on your wrist or in your pocket? Picture the steady tick of a 16th century drum watch, then the silent hum of a digital display. Stay tuned for a journey through 5 centuries of innovation. Now, let's travel back to the early 1500s in the bustling city of Nuremberg, Germany, where a skilled locksmith named Peter Henlein dared to challenge the limits of timekeeping. Henlein, born around 1485, honed his craft in the town's renowned guild of clockmakers, transforming heavy, tower-sized clocks into something small enough to carry. Around 1510, he unveiled what became known as the pomander watch, a drum-shaped device hung around the neck or tucked into a pocket. It wasn't perfectly accurate, often running only a few hours before needing winding, but it was revolutionary. Time no longer belonged exclusively to church towers or public squares. Instead, Henlein's miniaturization gave individuals the unprecedented power to carry their own clock. This breakthrough blended technical precision with ornate artistry. Henlein's background as a locksmith meant he understood the intricate dance of gears and springs, while his flair for metalwork turned each watch into a decorative statement piece for wealthy patrons. Commissioned by nobles who wanted both status and novelty, these early portable clocks set the stage for personal timekeeping. Beyond their aesthetic appeal, they ignited a cultural shift. As people wore time, they began to value punctuality and personal schedules in ways previously unimaginable. This invention laid the cornerstone for every wristwatch that followed.
The development timeline. Over the centuries, watchmaking advanced through a series of interconnected breakthroughs that steadily enhanced portability, precision, and usability. Each innovation built on previous discoveries, transforming bulky clockwork into the sleek, reliable timepieces we strap on our wrists today. 1510. Heinlein's Pomander Watch. Around 1510, Peter Heinlein of Nuremberg combined a coiled mainspring with a simple gear train to create the first Pomander watch. Worn as a pendant or tucked into clothing, this drum-shaped device ran for only a few hours and lost significant time each day. Yet it demonstrated, more in concept than performance, that clocks could be miniaturized, igniting demand for portable timekeepers among Europe's elite. 1675. Huygens Balance Spring. For over a century, early watches suffered wildly inconsistent rates. Christian Huygens solved this in 1675 by attaching a spiral hairspring to the balance wheel, stabilizing its oscillations. This elegant addition allowed watches to record time with far greater consistency, often within a few minutes per day, laying the foundation for truly reliable personal timepieces. 1700s. English standardization. In London's thriving horological workshops, masters like Thomas Tompion and George Graham pioneered interchangeable components and rigorous regulation of part dimensions. By standardizing wheels, pinions, and plates, they reduced production costs and simplified repairs. As a result, pocket watches spread beyond nobility and became practical tools for merchants, sailors, and professionals across Europe. 1810. Breguet's wristwatch prototype. Although pocket watches dominated for centuries, Abraham Louis Breguet introduced a wrist-mounted piece for Queen Caroline Murat of Naples, circa 1810. Crafted as an ornate bracelet, it showcased both the feasibility and the elegance of wristwear. Though still fragile and exclusive, this commission foreshadowed the wristwatch's eventual supremacy over pocket models. 1868. Patek Philippe's keyless winding. Winding early watches required a separate key, a cumbersome process that risked lost keys and dust ingress. In 1868, Adrien Philippe invented a crown winding and setting mechanism, enabling users to wind and adjust time via a built-in knob. Integrated into Patek Philippe designs, this system became an industry standard and shaped the modern watch's familiar profile. 1904. Cartier Santos. Facing the practical needs of aviator Alberto Santos Dumont, Louis Cartier designed a flat-cased watch secured by a leather strap. The Santos offered clear legibility, durable construction, and hands-free readability, features that appeal to both pilots and style-conscious men. Its success accelerated the cultural shift from pocket to wrist, making men's wristwatches widely acceptable. 1969. Seiko Astron Quartz. A seismic leap occurred when Seiko introduced the Astron, the world's first quartz wristwatch. Using a quartz crystal oscillator regulated by an integrated circuit, the Astron achieved accuracy to within 5 seconds per month, far surpassing mechanical movements. This quartz revolution democratized precision timekeeping and precipitated a global realignment in watchmaking. 1970s to 1980s. Quartz crisis and swatch. The influx of affordable Japanese quartz watches decimated many Swiss firms, triggering the quartz crisis. In response, the Swatch Group relaunched Swiss watchmaking with brightly colored, cost-effective plastic watches in 1983. By embracing fashion and fun, Swatch not only survived the downturn but also redefined the watch as an accessible everyday accessory. 2015. Apple Watch launch. Entering the 21st century, Apple fused horology with computing. The 2015 Apple Watch combined touchscreen interaction, health sensors, and a rich app ecosystem, transforming the wristwatch into a multifunctional device. Its integration with mobile ecosystems reshaped consumer expectations, making connectivity and wellness features mainstream. 2020's hybrid renaissance. Today's market blends mechanical heritage with digital innovation. Luxury brands produce smart-enhanced mechanical movements powered by battery modules, while independents explore solar charging, graphene batteries, and modular straps. As material science and AI continue to evolve, the lineage of watch development remains vibrant, promising even more seamless and personalized timekeeping experiences. Surprising elements and turning points. Every great story has moments that catch us off guard, and the evolution of watches is no exception. First, consider Christian Huygens' 1675 balance spring. It seems simple, a tiny spiral affixed to a wheel, but in practice it transformed erratic timepieces into reliable instruments. Without that hairspring, personal watches might have remained novelty trinkets rather than everyday essentials. Fast forward to the 1970s, when Japanese brands flooded global markets with inexpensive quartz watches. This quartz crisis devastated centuries-old Swiss firms and forced an industry reckoning. The Swiss response came in the form of Swatch's 1983 plastic watches, bright, affordable, and unapologetically fun. Swatch didn't just survive the downturn. It redefined the watch as a fashion accessory, turning a near-death experience into a renaissance. Another unexpected twist arrived in the mid-1970s, calculator watches from companies like Hamilton and Pulsar. Early adopters marveled at having computation on their wrist, yet clunky interfaces and short battery life prevented mass appeal. Though commercially limited, these wrist computer prototypes foreshadowed today's smartwatches. Finally, when Apple launched its watch in 2015, it wasn't just another gadget, it sealed the convergence of horology and technology. By embedding health sensors, customizable faces, and a vast app ecosystem, Apple turned the watch into a personal health monitor and communication hub, proving that even a 500-year-old concept could still surprise us. Modern updates and the future. Today's timepieces have leaped far beyond simple hour and minute hands. Smartwatches now track your heart rate, monitor sleep patterns, and even detect falls, turning the wrist into a personal health dashboard. Brands like Apple and Samsung compete fiercely, adding features such as ECG readings and blood oxygen sensing, while fitness-focused watches sync seamlessly with apps to analyze workouts in real time. At the same time, traditional watchmakers aren't standing still. Luxury houses fuse mechanical artistry with tech, offering hybrid models where a quartz module powers notifications alongside a meticulously finished automatic movement. Micro brands experiment with cutting-edge materials like graphene batteries for longer life and solar-charged dials that harvest ambient light. Looking ahead, augmented reality integration could project notifications or navigation cues above your wrist, blurring the line between watch and smart glasses. Biometric sensors may one day non-invasively measure hydration, stress levels, or even blood sugar, making your watch a true wellness companion. Sustainability trends also drive innovation. Recycled metals and eco-friendly straps are becoming standard, reflecting consumer demand for greener products. As AI continues to evolve, adaptive interfaces might learn your schedule and suggest optimal meeting times, or even vibrate gently to remind you when to take a break. With material science, connectivity, and artificial intelligence converging on the small canvas of a watch face, the future promises personalized, seamless timekeeping that's as dynamic as life itself.
Reflecting on our journey from Peter Henlein's ornate Pomander watch to today's AI-driven wearables, it's clear that each innovation answered a human desire to measure, master, and make the most of every moment. We moved from bulky pendants that ran only hours to devices that monitor our health, guide our days, and even predict our needs. Yet the core promise remains unchanged: personal timekeeping in the palm of your hand. So, as our watches transform from mechanical marvels into intelligent companions, one question remains: what will the next chapter hold? Will future timepieces become our primary health advisors? Or could they evolve into entirely new forms, perhaps biometric tattoos or smart rings that whisper the hour? Share your thoughts. How do you envision tomorrow's watch shaping your life? I'd love to hear which era fascinated you most and what aspect of timekeeping you'd like to explore next. Your perspective could shape our next deep dive. Feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts and share this video with friends who appreciate horological stories. If you're curious about other tech histories, explore more videos on the channel. There's plenty to discover. And if you think this content fits your interests, subscribing ensures you won't miss future explorations. See you in the next video, where we'll uncover another captivating evolution in innovation.